Welcome to the Blessed Up in Sarasota podcast, hosted by Nadia and Bree, where we talk homes, lifestyle, faith, and coastal dreams.
Hi, everyone. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Bree,
I'm Cam.
and I'm your Christian in real estate for the week. Nadia is out in Puerto Rico with her young women's group that she started about like 3 years ago or so. They're having a blast. They're always doing God's work, and that ministry is just taking off, and we're so happy for her. So, as a fill-in, we have Cam here. He is now my legal husband. So, long story, we're getting married next month too. So,
Round 2.
I can explain that maybe on another podcast. But we're going to have him here. I'm going to rapid fire questions for him because he bought his home at an early age. The average age to buy a home now, what was the statistic? It was 40
Yeah,
or
it's
something like that.
definitely past 30.
Yeah.
I just saw something that ages 18 to 34, a third of the people live with their parents still. in their
Yeah, I
30s.
mean,
So,
not shocking, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
You see it all around you today.
yeah, not easy.
So yeah, in my head, he bought his home early. How old were you?
24.
You beat the statistic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to go through some questions because so many people have concerns and worries about buying a home and what home ownership entails. So we're just going to have Cam give us some insight. Question number 1. Oh, I was going to do how old were you? We already did that one.
Yeah.
So you bought during COVID
Uh-huh.
when rates were at a historical low. What interest rate did you get back then?
2.875%.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna see that again unless some crazy pandemic happens.
Yeah, and let's hope that doesn't happen. So,
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Did you feel scared or did you know it was the right move?
I mean, there's definitely some level of nerves, especially just knowing that home ownership isn't necessarily easy. Like there's things that can happen, whether it's your appliances, just to your house in general, where like you have to upkeep and fix it and it's not
Mm,
cheap. But I did know that I didn't want to live with my parents forever. And I felt like that was a quality step to take, especially investing in a property rather than renting and
mhm.
kind of throwing my money away. So I felt like that was the smart move to do, and it ended up paying off big time. So,
That was my next question. How much did you profit after you sold the house? Well, I guess we should do backstory. He bought his first home and then sold it for a profit.
yeah, so I bought my first house. I think I paid 227.5 for it in Pottstown, PA, and then I ended up selling it for 385.
Wow.
So definitely made out pretty well on the profit side of things, which doesn't. I don't want to give people the wrong idea. Like that doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
It was obviously a rare circumstance where the market was at a low, and I was able to capitalize on that before we moved to Florida. But
Mhm.
but yeah, it was pretty significant.
That's awesome. It all worked out.
Hmm.
Well, the next question was, okay, say someone was thinking about doing something that you did and they want to make a profit off of it. Once they sell the home, how do you roll that into your new home? Was it easy? Was it hard?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty straightforward. This is why you have a realtor because they kind of help you out. And my mom was my realtor, so I was thankful for that seamless transition.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like the way that all worked was that we closed on the house. Sorry, the buyers closed on my Pottstown house 14 days prior to me moving out. So I was able to recoup those funds
Hmm.
and then place that as a down payment on this house that we're in now.
Hmm. And there
It
was like
was
a rent back.
it was all like wired too. So like as soon as the closing occurred, like like funds were wired right to my bank account like by
Hmm.
the next morning. So then I was able to then take that and then wire it to the title company for this house.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was super easy. Like, I was actually really stressed about that process, but yeah, couldn't have been easier.
This is why you have a good realtor,
Yeah.
folks.
You definitely need a realtor
Yes.
because I would have had no idea how to do all that and deal with it. So,
Okay, so this is gonna be for the first time home buyers. What do you wish you knew before buying your first home?
it's a good question. I would say just like general maintenance things.
Mhm. I was just thinking
Yeah.
that for you.
I think I mean, even like when we moved to Florida, it's a little bit different because of like the nature of being here. Like it's hot all the time, and there's certain things,
Mhm.
especially with like the AC unit, like it's running constantly. So
Yeah.
there's like, think of it like a car. Like you need your oil changes to prolong the life of the car, right? It's the same thing with an AC unit. So, we were told to pour like vinegar down the drain line like once every month or two. In the summer, I try to do it, once a month, if not, even more, and then normally in the wintertime, like, once every 2 months, but
Mhm.
that just helps, like, keep, like, mildew and all that stuff away from
Mhm.
the drain line, so
It's a great piece of advice for
definitely
anyone down
prolongs the
here.
life of an AC unit for sure.
I wonder if you should do that in Pennsylvania still.
Yeah, I mean, definitely in the summer, I would say to do that regardless, because it does
Yeah,
keep
right?
yeah, but, I mean, I was never told that when I bought my PA house, and
I've never seen
I
anyone
don't
do
know if
that.
my parents have ever done that, honestly, either. But there's other stuff, like, in colder weather areas where, like, you need to cover your, like, where your hose comes out, like, your spigots and stuff, like, you need to cover them during the winter,
Oh,
um,
cover it with what?
because like, water and stuff will freeze, and then it freezes your lines and stuff. So
Oh,
there's a lot to it, but general maintenance things
gotcha.
you want to be aware of, and, like,
Yes.
changing your house filter, like, you
Mhm.
remember when we first moved in here, it was like, we went I think 3 or 4 months. Well, I was used to in PA changing it every, like, 3 or 4 months, so then came here and, like, was doing the same thing, and then
Mhm.
especially living with 2 rabbits, that you need to be more on top of that stuff when you have animals because the hair can get stuck in there, so and
Yes.
then it goes throughout the entire house, and then you're just walking around sneezing in every room,
We may
so
or may not have had a problem one time.
yeah, so
Anywho, that could be a story for
yeah,
a later date.
general maintenance things, very
Yes.
important to keep up with.
When you're living with your parents and something goes wrong with an appliance or something with the home, maybe ask them how to fix it.
Mhm.
Because I also wasn't shown a lot of things
Yeah.
either.
I will say, like, you kinda learn on the fly.
Yeah.
Like, my toilet broke in the Pottstown house, but it was just, like, the flapper in the
Mhm.
top of the tank,
Mhm.
and, like, I was able to fix that myself by just, like, YouTubing it rather than calling a plumber. So, I will say the other thing is, like, try at least to think about how you can fix it on your own, especially with all the resources that we have now with, ChatGPT, YouTube, all
Mhm.
these things, like, there's so many, like, DIY, at least, like, just understanding how to fix things before calling a professional,
Mhm.
because that can cost a lot of money.
For sure,
There's
yeah.
gonna be things where you need to call a professional, like flies.
And critters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's great information. So, next question is kind of back to financials. Did you put 20% down on your first home?
No, I did 3%.
3%. And then for your second home, you did 20?
Well,
First time home
I mean, I was always told as long as I've been alive is, like, try to put 20% down to avoid PMI and all these different things, right?
explain PMI
Private mortgage insurance, so anything under 20%, you have to pay extra, basically.
monthly.
Yeah, monthly, but it's not, like, a significant amount, like, if you're paying
Unless your home is a lot.
yeah, if you're already paying, like, just say, like, I think my house was, like, 1,500 a month, I was paying, like, an extra, like, $50 a month for a PMI
Mhm.
or something like that, and those numbers can change, but something very early on that I learned is, like, a dollar today is worth more than a dollar tomorrow. So you wanna maximize what you have in the bank, basically.
Mhm.
And there's a whole thing with that, investing and all that stuff, but you wanna make sure that you have money in the bank, especially to, like, fix those things that I spoke about. I had
Yeah.
to replace my AC unit, that was, like, $6,000, like, these things are not cheap. So,
Yeah.
the more money you have in your bank and just, like, available, the better. So, if you are a first-time home buyer, I would recommend putting 3% down
Yeah.
every day of the week.
Keep more in your pocket.
Keep more in your pocket for sure.
Well, I guess that's another good question. What would be a good cushion for people to have as a backup for house emergencies?
Um,
Because you know how much stuff costs now after
yeah. I mean, I would say at least have like 10,000 saved up.
minimum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if that 3% like takes you out of that range, I wouldn't say that should prevent you from buying the house,
Hmm.
especially if it's new construction. You're really buying
Yeah,
yourself a lot of time with that.
that's true. You can
So,
rack it back
like the
up.
chances of you having to replace an appliance is pretty slim,
Hmm.
especially with if you're buying new construction, a lot of the appliances come with like warranties and whatnot. So,
True.
yeah.
Good advice. Good advice. So, what would you say to someone in their 20s that can't afford to buy a home right now?
I mean, I feel like people will get there eventually, and I think a lot of it just has to do with your mindset. Like, it goes back to, like, are you scared to proceed with this or not? And I wasn't, and I'm thankful for that, but it's because my
Mhm.
mom was a realtor and, they have some investment properties and things of that nature. So I kinda understood the process going into it, what that was gonna look like. So if you don't have, like, a mentor or a real estate agent to talk to about these things to kinda ease your mind,
Yeah.
then it makes it more challenging. I will say, like, if you have to buy yourself some time and just, like, rent for a year and you can actually bank some money from doing that, do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I
Yeah.
also think there's, like, a flip side where, I have friends that are like this, where they're like, "I'm not moving out of my mom's house until I can buy a house."
Hmm.
And, like, I don't think that that's a good mindset to have either. Like, I think you want to be on your own in your 20s and start a life,
Independence.
and yeah, the independence thing is just so important, and just understanding, like, again, the maintenance items of a house and just how to maintain a property. I think
Yeah.
that is such a valuable thing to have.
That is
Um,
very true.
so I wouldn't say I would say if it came down to like, okay, you have to rent for a year and then you can bank some money and then roll that into a house eventually, do that over staying with your parents longer than you need to. That's just my opinion. And
Yeah.
everybody has their own opinions. Maybe like they wanna stay with their parents and that's totally fine.
Maybe they
Like I
have
have nothing
such
wrong.
a great relationship with
Yeah,
their
and I
parents.
have a great relationship with
They
my
can,
parents too. Like I
yeah.
definitely could have stayed, my dad said it, like I could have stayed with him for a number of more years, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to. Like I wanted
Hmm.
to taste being on my own and what that felt like.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You either have the people nowadays, like in their 20s, staying at home, saving up enough to have 20% down,
yeah.
and then buying a really nice first home where they're like, I don't have to move for a really, really long time.
Mhm.
Or you have the flip side where someone's like, I'm just going to buy a place and wait until it inflates and then sell it and get a really nice house that I actually
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
So I feel like those are the two options, or just like staying at home.
There's multiple routes to
So,
go. I will say just
yeah.
like buying a house and like having ownership over something is like crucial. I think that's
Mhm.
just such an important part of life.
Yeah.
So,
Would you say that your mind is more at peace since we did new construction in Florida versus when you bought resale
yeah.
up in Pennsylvania?
Yeah. And there was a lot to that. My house in PA, it had an issue in the ceiling in the basement where the siding wasn't flushed out like it wasn't done correctly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's just a part of buying cookie cutter houses that they were just building at such a rapid rate just
Like
to
a
try,
bad
they were just
foundation?
trying to pump the houses out and it wasn't very quality. I won't say the name of
We won't expose
yeah,
the builder
yeah,
right now.
I won't say the
but
builder, that'll be for the real estate agent to kinda walk you through that, but I learned a lot from that because they weren't very well-built homes. I bought it because it was a bigger house.
Mhm.
Did I need that much space? 3,000 square feet as a single male at the time? Probably not,
No,
but the value was definitely there, and it showed at the end, right? Like,
it did.
with the check that I got.
That was smart.
Yeah. But I will say the new construction aspect is a lot better for peace of mind, and
Mhm.
especially in Florida with all the, new regulations with hurricanes and all that stuff, having hurricane-proof windows and stuff like that where you don't have to put up shutters and just a
Yes.
very solid house, you know what you're getting into. That to me is key.
Mhm.
Definitely helps with peace of mind. I went into that PA house and I had so many things that like happened within the first, I think, year that I was there. My freezer wasn't producing ice. Um,
Yeah, list them off.
yeah, that my dryer wasn't working. It wasn't drying.
Oh,
So I had to have somebody come out and look at that. That was like a $500 fix. I probably could have just bought a new dryer at that rate.
yeah.
So those two things, and then my last year and a half I was there, like my AC was going, and there was like a small leak in my AC, and it just ended up like going at that point. So I had to replace my AC unit literally right before I sold the house.
Mhm.
But it was worth the investment because someone may not have bought my house for that price if I didn't do that.
Okay, so looking back in your 20s, faith wasn't a huge part of your life as it is today. Would you do anything differently buying your first house compared to how you did?
Yeah, nothing crazy. I would probably just pray about it more. And if there was a house that I wanted, like just try to get God's help with that and just be like, all right, is this right for me?
Mhm.
And then kind of just let the Lord decide for me and push me in the right direction. Outside of that, nothing really. I mean, it was kind of an impulsive decision when I bought that house because I didn't even see the house. The market was like that at that time, where like if you didn't see the house within 24 hours, you weren't getting the house. So I was
Yeah.
actually away in New Jersey, and my mom went and looked at the house for me and did like a FaceTime, and then I was like, "Yeah, put an offer in," and then it
Wow.
just
Did you
happened like
waive
that.
inspections too? Do you remember?
Um, I can't remember. I think I did.
You might have.
I think I did. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, luckily, we don't have to do any of that down here in Florida right now because it is a buyer's market. You get all your
yeah.
inspections
You get whatever you want down here,
as of right now.
as of right now. Yeah,
Okay, so we're going to do some rapid fire questions, probably gonna be like shorter answers. But what is your biggest pet peeve as a homeowner?
my biggest pet peeve as a homeowner.
Maybe this won't be shorter. I don't
Yeah, I don't. I think again, it's just the maintenance things. Like it's kind of a nuisance because it's like, oh, like I have to do this, but
know. Yeah.
if you don't do it, you're gonna end up hurting yourself down the line. So,
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff with like home ownership that you need to keep up with, and like even with us, like something as simple as like having a pest control team like come out every quarter. Like,
Thank God for them.
yeah, it's just things are expensive. Like all these home ownership things, like it's not cheap. If you think,
Mhm.
I will say this, if you think you're going into buying a house and that your mortgage is what it is and that you don't have any other expenses, that's just false. It's
Mhm.
false on so many levels.
Yeah.
So you do want to make sure that like you can afford extracurriculars.
Yeah. You don't want to just sit in your house all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This one might be faster. Pool or beach?
I'm a beach guy. I'm excited to hopefully eventually get a pool, and maybe that'll change when I have one in my backyard,
Mhm.
but beach for sure.
Okay. So, what's your favorite thing about your current home?
There's a few things. I would say proximity to just like a little downtown area that we
Mhm.
love going to. Um,
Shout out Waterside.
yeah, shout out Waterside. I love that you're here with me, obviously, so that makes it nice.
Oh,
And then proximity to the beach too. I mean, I just think we're in like a
yeah.
really good location. I
Yeah.
also like the layout of our house, like having
Mhm.
the master suite away from the other three bedrooms down there. Definitely layout is key.
For sure. What's one home project you actually liked doing? You
Like
can you
doing.
can say none if you didn't like any of them.
Yeah, some people have that gene where they're like, I like doing this.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not that.
So none.
I'd just rather hang out. I'd rather relax. I mean, the cool thing is by your stepdad coming down here and me doing these projects with him, I learned so much through that.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to put up blinds, like now I can do that pretty easily. Like there's a lot of stuff that I
Those are
learned.
curtains.
Whatever, same thing. I think they're blinds, no?
Well,
Whatever.
well,
Yeah, I guess curtains. Well, I can put up blinds too.
oh, you know how to do that too?
Yeah,
Okay.
did do that in my
Gotcha.
last house. But but I learned a lot through him, so that was good.
Yeah. We're very grateful for him and all he has shown
Yeah,
Cam.
I
But
can
he
do
learned off
things.
of YouTube.
Yeah, that's also
So,
true. So,
okay, you're going to like this question.
mhm.
What's the biggest thing that you miss about Pennsylvania? I couldn't even say it with a straight face.
Nothing.
Come on, there has to be something.
Just my friends, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I
Your
just
friends will appreciate
yeah,
that
no.
answer.
I definitely miss having my friends like not too far away,
Yeah.
but I mean, the flip side is I've made such great friends, down here through our church and the Bible study and stuff like that, where we just have like such a strong like foundation down here
Mhm.
now. And I will say that too, where if you're ever scared about moving to a new place, and maybe this is just Florida, but I wouldn't be too scared, especially if
Mhm.
you're going down the religious path. Like you just meet so many amazing people throughout the process, and you spiral those relationships into like, these are my brothers now. Like I can call on them whenever.
We found great people down here. I know some people it takes a little longer,
Hmm.
and some people it's even quicker than us. Well, actually, I don't know how it could be quicker than us. We met someone like on the first week.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but anyways, some people it takes a few years. Sometimes you need a year to get adjusted. Sometimes you need another year to like start mingling. Everyone's different, but
Hmm.
I think people find their groove once they're in their new state.
Hmm.
So, and it just depends on who you meet. And I think it does help meeting people through church, through Bible groups, through that kind of stuff, because it seems it could be more of a genuine connection.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So, you want to make real friends. You don't just want
Right.
friends. So, you want someone you can call your bestie.
Yeah. And typically help steer you in the right direction in
Yeah,
life anyway.
you
So
help each other out
yeah,
as you
lift
live
each
life.
other up for sure.
Yes. And our Pennsylvania friends can come visit us down here.
Hmm.
So, it all works out.
Yeah.
So we
Mhm.
miss them, but we just always want them to fly down. Okay, Cam, you know what time it is?
No.
Time for the Sarasota spill.
Oh, okay.
So the Sarasota spill today, let's start with the weather. It's a high of 92 and a low of 74 and sunny all today. The interest rate this week is 6.49% for a 30-year fixed mortgage. Then we're going to talk about medium timed contract this week. So basically, that just means how fast are homes selling. This year it is 50 days, and last year it was 51 days. So we're pretty stable with that right now. Okay, now do you know what time it is?
No.
It's our weekly word,
Okay.
last weekly word. So we are going to do a Proverbs verse this week, 24, 3 through 4. By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures.
That's a good one.
I feel like that was fitting
Yeah.
since we bought a house, we filled it with love and treasures,
Mhm.
and there's so much more to a home than just the walls.
Yeah. Yeah, very true.
Thanks for coming on this week.
Yep. Happy to do it.
We'll have Nadia back in action next time. If you know anyone that needs a little coastal inspiration or some real estate insight, tune in and have a blessed week. Say bless up.
Bless up.
Bless up, bless up.
Bless up. Bless up.
Thanks for listening. Tune in every other Friday with Nadia and Bree. Until